Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Daydreaming Collection from the brand Zoya for spring 2023. These are available right now, so in the description box I will link the Zoya site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. Quick disclaimer, I hate the Zoya skinny brush. I know a lot of people out there love it. I don't anymore for some unknown reason, so I did swap out all of my brushes. For the Z wide brush, they are just wide, flat versions of the original brush. So all of mine do contain that. I know that is a controversial thing since they do charge $2 extra to get those Z wide brushes on the polishes, but just throwing it out there, mine do have them. It makes all the difference in the world for my application. Guys, I was wildly excited for this collection. They did not disappoint. We have 6 beautiful shimmers in today's video, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Terra, and this is described as a vibrant cornflower blue infused with micro shimmer. So here's our first coat of Terra. This one is a little bit sheer here on this first coat. The formula is excellent though, very smooth, a little bit on the thin side, but it does even itself out nicely and it's not so thin that it's running down the sides of your nails. I was able to get full coverage in 2 coats, and that does go for everything across the board in this collection. For the most part, I kind of squeaked by with 2 coats, but I think 3 coats is not out of the realm of possibilities with anything in this collection. You are going to want top coat to finish this off. It does dry not totally glossy, but nothing will dry textured and removal will be easy. Also, I really love this glittery background, but I really hated that glitter got literally everywhere. So there are 2 coats of Terra. Up next we have Marie, and this is described as a lively Chinese violet with 2 coat coverage in a micro shimmer formula. Here's our first coat of Marie. Again, we are working with a pretty sheer first coat here. I do tend to go even more thin on my coats when it comes to the first nail that I painted, so my pinky looks much more sheer than anything else on my swatch video. It did build up nicely in 2 coats, but again, I do see the potential of needing a 3rd coat. I was just barely happy at 2. Just like the last polish, I do recommend going in for top coat. Not only is it going to protect your manicure, it's going to give you that nice plump finished manicure look. Nothing in this is going to dry texture. Removal will be easy, and this shimmer is beautiful against this base color. So there are 2 coats of Marie. Next up we have Terra, and this is described as an amethyst purple with pink undertones with a micro shimmer formula. So here's our first coat of Terra. This one is also pretty sheer here on this first coat. I think all of these you could use as a topper over a coordinating base color if you really wanted to, but they are all very beautiful, built up on their own 2 to 3 coats, obviously. This one in particular is absolutely stunning, very delicate polish with a beautiful standout shimmer. I again was happy in 2 coats, but I would not blink twice if you said you needed 3 on this one. That top coat is going to give you a finished look. Nothing dries textured. Removal is easy. There are 2 coats of Terra. Up next we have Tink, and this is described as a juicy amaranth magenta in a zestful 2 coat micro shimmer full coverage formula. So here's our first coat of Tink. This one is significantly more opaque than the polishes that we've looked at so far in the collection, but it does have the same effect. It just doesn't have the same kind of soft, dainty feel to it. So I was able to get a pretty solid 2 coat coverage out of this polish. I do really just enjoy this Z-wide brush as well. I can get nice and close to my cuticles without really having to worry about manipulating my brush to make the perfect C-line curve to match my cuticle. I do once again recommend using a top coat just to protect your natural nail or to protect your manicure and bring some finished appearances to the polish. So there are 2 coats. Next up we have Sipsey, and this is described as a red tinted amber and a golden 2-coat micro shimmer formula for a sparkling copper finish. So here's our first coat of Sipsey, and this was actually my favorite of the collection. On me, this one leans a little bit more red-orange than like a copper, but with this gold that's in here, and you'll see it more so in the close-up, with the gold that's in here, it looks very indie and I love it. I did have some brush strokes through this one once it was wet, but when it fully dried down, those all dissipated. I did get full coverage again in 2 coats. This one did dry a little bit duller than what we've looked at so far, so I do think you would benefit from a top coat for this one for more than just longevity purposes, but removal is easy and nothing will dry textured. So there are 2 coats of Sipsey. And lastly for today we have Yardley, and this is described as a peachy champagne gold infused with a micro shimmer with 2 coat coverage. And here's our first coat of Yardley. This is a color that I really love in the summertime. This kind of neutrally sandy look on the nail is absolutely beautiful to me. I got full coverage in 2 coats. This one is nicely opaque. This is another pretty solid 2-coater in my opinion. I also had some brush strokes through this one when it was wet, and all of those did melt into the polish once it was dry. So here we go at 2 coats, and that was full coverage. This one does dry a little bit duller as well, just like Sipsey did. So a top coat will not only bring some life back to this polish, but it'll also help protect your manicure and all the hard work that you've just done. Nothing in this is going to dry textured, and removal will be easy. So there are 2 coats of Yardley. And here's our final look at the entire collection. I do love this color palette. It looks very summer to me as opposed to very spring, but without being bright. So I really, really enjoy that aspect of it. I think everything was done really nicely, and everything is very versatile. I also think a lot of these colors complement, or all of these colors complement a variety of skin tones very nicely. So I think this was a overall well-executed collection. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.